What is up, guys? James here from the Light of Riga YouTube channel, and in this video we're going to be doing a reading for all my Aquarius Sun sign friends. If you're born between the dates of January 20th and February 18th, then you are Aquarius Sun sign, and this reading is for you. Today we're going to be doing a look at the month ahead for the month of July for all my Aquarius friends. This spread is going to tell us about the past, present, and future energies that you're carrying with you, as well as what you should hold on to and let go of for the month of July, as well as any obstacles or lessons that you have to learn for this month. It should be an eye-opening experience. That is my hope. Today we're going to be using the Super 8-Bit Tarot. This is like an 80s themed video game deck. It's very cute, very loving, but it doesn't hold back, so it packs a punch still. If you want to learn more about it, I did a deck review on my channel. You can go check out. But if you would, please just give me a moment to center myself and ask the tarot cards a question. What can Aquarius Sun signs expect in the month of July? Alright, that ought to do it. Let me cut the deck and deal them out. Alright, and we're also going to take the Nature's Whispers Oracle card deck and ask it a question. What message does this deck have for Aquarius Sun signs in the month of July? The message for July for Aquarius. Alright, and we will look at that at the end of the reading. Alright, let's see what we got here. I see one major arcana. I'm seeing some wands energy going on here. So a lot of action, a lot of movement. Alright, let's take a look at it individually, one by one. The first card we're going to look at is here, and this represents the energies of last month. For the energies of June, we have the Nine of Swords. I see June as a little bit of a troubled month. I get the feeling, get the sense, and again, remember, this is an overall reading that may or may not pertain to you. So take what resonates and leave the rest. But I'm getting the feeling that June was a month where a lot of you may have been troubled by your ego thoughts, by your mind, by your fears, your doubts, your worries. And, you know, these are the type of thoughts that keep you up at night, that prevent you from getting a good night's rest. And, you know, they're the ones that kind of just... they circle around your head and they bounce off bounce off your cranium and just keep on bouncing in there, and they don't really come out, right? And they're the fears, the doubts, the worries. They just kind of amplify the more that they stay in your energetic field. And so yeah, I'm getting the feeling that June carried a lot of worry for you guys. I don't know, you know, you're all so different people that the subject of your worry is going to be very different for each of you, so I can't really speak on what the subject was, but yeah, it could be a lot of different things. Worry about the future, worry about finances, worry about what you're going to do this or get that. So you know what I'm talking about, just worry. So yeah, I'm getting the sense that the overall energy of June was kind of a little bit negative and a little bit worrisome, basically. But moving into the present moment here, this card represents the energies of the current times. We have got the Knight of Wands. So I'm getting the feeling that you guys are taking that worry at this time and you're kind of trying to move out of it through action. You're trying to do things that will either make you forget about it or take away your worry. And, you know, using your intuition to create action into this world is really what the Knight of Wands reminds me of and makes me think of. So I'm getting the feeling that, yes, right now you're trying to get out of that mental state by putting effort out into the world, putting action into the world, and really trying to get what you want through action. And, you know, this is a great way to remove your focus from negative ego thoughts to something tangible that you can do and actually physically, you know, do in this world that will, you know, kind of take you away from those ego thoughts is great. But it's only the first step, I believe, personally. And it's a good sign, though, that you're transitioning to this more positive state where you're being more active. The next card here represents the energies of the future, energies of July in the next month, and we've got the Five of Wands. So the Wands again is, action, but I'm getting the sense that now you're going to have some, small little, I hate this word, it's not a fight and it's not a battle, but there's going to be some resistance to what you're trying to achieve in the month of July. I think you're going to be doing this one thing, and I think people are going to be kind of butting heads against you, and it's going to be kind of one of those months where the road just doesn't feel that clear because of other people, and they're not really standing in your way, but they're like standing off to the side and like hitting you with the stick. That's a very strange visual, but you know what I'm trying to say, right? People aren't going to be getting in your way, but they're going to be making it harder for you to progress in the month of July. And I don't know. Well, we'll see what the cards say in order to get past that. But yeah, it's going to be kind of a turbulent month, I get the sense. But not horribly turbulent. Not like the Tower turbulent. This is going to be just little bumps along the road. Nothing you can't handle. Nothing you can't dominate and control. But it's just going to take some effort to get past it in the month of July. It's the feeling I'm getting from this card. Okay, moving over here, this card represents what you should hold on to in the month of July. We've got the Seven of Coins, or Pentacles. I'm getting the feeling of patience. It's not quite time to harvest the fruits of your labors in July, but you're almost there, and your efforts are about to be rewarded. They might come in August, but July is the time to prepare yourself for them. Know that they're coming. The rewards for your efforts will be coming. It's just in July, you're almost there. You're getting close, but it's going to take a little bit of patience in order to really see the fruits of your labors. And whatever this is, whether it's through work or creative projects or through your relationships, the time to harvest is not quite in July, but it's about like maybe the end of the month, end of July. Maybe you're going to start to see some rewards for all the hard effort that you've put into the world, all the battles you've been through, all the fights. So yeah, I think patience is what you need to hold on to. Just be patient. You're not going to see instant results this month, okay, Aquarius friends? So just be a little bit patient, but know that they are coming. The rewards are on their way, okay? This card here represents the biggest hurdles that you're likely to experience in the month of July, and we have the High Priestess. Your shadow side is going to be kind of... Okay, what I'm getting from this, when I think of High Priestess, I think of, that internal dialogue that you have with yourself, and, asking yourself questions. Why do I do this? Why do I want that? Where am I going? Where am I headed? And I think that's going to be a hurdle. It's... going inward is going to be a hurdle for you guys this month because there's so much going on. Like I said, the Five of Wands is here, and there's going to be a lot of conflict, and you're going to be putting out a lot of effort and meeting resistance. So when a lot of things are going on in one's life, and there's a lot of activity swirling, a lot of energy swirling, it's very hard to slow down, calm down, and center yourself and go inwards and really get meditative. So I think that's going to be the biggest hurdle for you, is finding the time to go inward and self-reflect and get introspective and ask yourself the questions that you need to ask yourself in order to progress more roundedly on this path. So spend the time, if at all possible, just calming yourself down and allowing the outside world to just fade away once in a while, and just go into a meditative state and just really calm yourself and ask those inner questions that need to be asked in order for you to progress more fully. Okay, so yeah, that's going to be a hurdle for you guys, is getting deep down in there into your depths with so much going on in your life. Okay, this card here represents what you need to let go of. In the month of July, we've got the Nine of Wands. This card is saying, do not feel defeated. Yes, you're going to be challenged and tested, and there's going to be obstacles in your way in the month of July, but don't let it defeat you, is what this card is saying. Stand strong, hold tight, realize that, like the Seven of Pentacles said, the rewards are coming. You may feel bruised and battered and just at the end of your ropes, exhausted, but hold on a little bit longer, because like I said, the rewards are coming. And even though they may not come this month, they're definitely on their way. But you're just going to have to stand tough. And don't get too defensive with people. That's another thing I'm getting from this card. If people are challenging you, don't like block them off. Realize that they have something valuable to share, and try to find out what that is. Because, whenever we get into an argument or a fight or something butts up against us in life, that's the universe's way of trying to teach us a lesson. So rather than throw up your walls against other people, rather than just say, okay, I don't like that guy, he's just a horrible person, I'm going to put up a wall and, pretend he doesn't exist. Rather than do that, this card is asking you to really see what that person is trying to teach you and how that person can make you better. And if you think about things in those terms, I think you'll find that the opportunities to grow are all around you at all times. Okay, so yeah, take this conflicting energy of July and learn from it, rather than shut down because of it, is what this card is asking me to tell you. Okay, this card here represents the energy of the people around you, and we have the King of Cups. Now remember, this is just the energy of the group as a whole, of all the people in your life as a whole. Individuals in your life aren't necessarily going to hold this energy, but as a group, I think the large majority of the people in your life, they're going to be very nurturing and supportive and creative and just there for you. The King of Cups is the type of energy to not nurture you in a motherly way, but be there for you emotionally. The rock. When you think of an emotional rock, that's what I think of as the King of Cups. And I think that's what your friends and family and loved ones are going to be for you this month. They're going to be your rock. So if you need emotional support, someone to turn to emotionally, they're going to be there for you. And they're going to be there as a sounding board to listen and to offer advice and to give you help. And so if you feel yourself getting down, if the battle rages on in July and you feel drained and you need some emotional support, look to your support group, because they will be there for you. I get the feeling of this month, and they'll be there to help you and to guide you in an emotional way, not necessarily in a logical or intuitive way, but just in an emotional way. They will be there to support you. Okay, so it's looking good on the friends and family side. All right. This card here, the last card, represents the biggest lesson you're likely to learn in the month of July, and we have the Eight of Swords. Aha! Very interesting. This card is telling me that a lot of the conflicts that you're going to experience in the month of July, a lot of the road bumps and the obstacles are your creation. And it's so easy when you're just thinking on a three-dimensional level to see it as the other person's fault, or they don't understand, or they're wrong. When you start to see things 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th dimensionally, you start to realize that you are an equal contributor to all of these conflicts, and maybe even more than equal. Maybe they're more your fault than the other person's, just simply because you're not seeing things from a higher perspective. You're kind of seeing things from the ego mind perspective when you look at things that way. So this card is saying that in order to navigate these conflicts, you're gonna have to really ask yourself, the High Priestess, you're gonna have to ask yourself, what role am I playing in this? It takes two to tango. You can't have a fight with someone if you're not 50% at fault. Every fight in the world is 50% each side. Okay, there's two sides. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is the lesson that you're to learn this month is that you are an equal participant in these battles, and you have to figure out why you're battling. And the best way to do that, as I said before, is to realize that these people who you're battling with have something to offer you, something to teach you, and it's about extracting those lessons rather than proving you're right, rather than getting rid of those people. It's about extracting the lessons that they have to teach you. Okay. So now that we've seen all these cards as a whole, let's look at this overall spread and see what it has to tell us. June, I get the sense of some negative ego thoughts coming through, and I think those negative ego thoughts are going to help manifest your situation in July. So you were having some ego thoughts that were kind of negative and kind of doubt, worry, fear, and now you're trying to get rid of them by putting in action and doing stuff and staying busy. Right now, but in the month of July, I think there's going to be more of that, more of staying busy, more putting in action, but there's going to be some resistance, and people are going to be kind of pushing back against you, and it's not going to be smooth, okay, in the month of July, is the feeling I'm getting. But what you should hold on to help you through this is to be patient and realize this is just a phase. It'll pass. Keep your eyes on the prize. Keep your eyes on the end goal, on your dreams and what you want to accomplish, rather than focusing on the little things that get in your way, because if you focus on those, they'll just you'll manifest more of them. But if you focus on the prize, you'll be able to handle these obstacles much more easier. The biggest hurdle is going to be asking yourself the questions, getting introspective, and just really getting in there and finding the root of your issues rather than externalizing your problems onto other people. So this card is saying that it's going to be hard for you to see the situation from a higher vantage point. So all the more reason to spend more time being meditative, not self-critical, but self-introspective. Ask yourself these questions and you will find answers eventually. So what you need to let go of is... first of all, you need to let go of the idea that you're tired and you can't take anymore. You're almost there. Just battle through a little bit more and you will get there. Like I said, success is just around the corner for you guys, Aquarius friends. So you just need to do a little bit more battling to get there. But also, this card is saying to let go of the defense mechanisms you have against the people who are challenging you, because they all have something to teach you. You have something to learn from all of them, and you can't learn from them if you shut them down, if you shut them out. So this card is asking you to accept other people for who they are. You don't have to agree with them, but you can learn something from them. The people around you are going to be great. They're going to be there for you. They're going to be supportive, emotionally at least, and they're going to be there to answer your questions and be a soundboard and listen to your problems. So utilize them if you ever feel like you're getting down, you can't handle it anymore, because they're going to help you out. And then the biggest lesson is to realize your role in all of this. What is your role in all of this? How much have you contributed to this conflict that you've been seeing? Remember, you got the Nine of Swords and the Eight of Swords here. So it leads me to believe that your ego thoughts are kind of manifesting into the real world, and they're manifesting in ways that cause a little bit of conflict. So you're going to have to clean up your vibration a little bit, Aquarius friends. You're going to have to, the best way, in my opinion, is through meditation and to really analyze your ego thoughts to make sure that they're positive ones and they're working for you rather than against you. Okay, so that is going to be this month's reading. Before we go though, let's take a look at Nature's Whispers Oracle. We asked it what message it had for Aquarius in the month of July, and that message is the culmination of vision. This goes along with the Seven of Pentacles from earlier. I'm getting the sense that you need to keep that vision clear. In order to get past these obstacles, you have to keep your eyes on the prize. Make sure your vision is looking at what you want to create rather than what is been created that you don't like. So these conflicts, if they're a manifestation of your ego thoughts, let's clean up your ego thoughts to more positivity, and that is, in that way you will decrease the amount of conflict that you see in this world. So keep your eyes on the prize. What are your goals? What are your dreams? Focus on that. Don't focus on the problems that are on the path towards that. Okay. Alright, so that is the reading for this month, Aquarius friends. I thank you for watching. If you want a reading of your own, then head on over to my Etsy shop, and the link is in the card, and you can peruse all my readings I got over there. I got a bunch of them, including this one. If you want to have a more personalized month ahead reading, then you can go do that at the Etsy shop. I hope you go check that out. Please consider leaving a like if you did enjoy this. It lets me know that I did something right and you got something out of it. Also, if you have any questions or comments, put those in the comment section below, and I'd love to read those. I love reading all your comments. They really brighten my day. And if you really enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing, because I release them pretty regularly. Okay guys, I thank you for watching. I really appreciate you tuning in. Leave a like if you enjoy this. Happy taroting. Peace.